Hey you guys, welcome to one more Rui Raptor video. Since the release of the new Tevo Tarantula PRO 3D printer, many of you are asking what are the differences between this one and the main runner, the Creality Ender3 and Ender3 Pro. So for that reason, we decided to make this video showing all the differences between the Tarantula Pro and both the Ender3 and the Ender3 Pro. And let's start with the structure. Both are Cartesian type printers running a Bowden system. The Tarantula is delivered fully disassembled, while the Ender3 you only need to assemble the top half. The Ender3 includes the spool holder, while with the Tarantula Pro you need to print the spool that comes in the memory card. The Ender3 advertised printing volume is 220 by 220 by 250 millimeters, but you can reach the 235 by 235 by 250 millimeters. The Tarantula Pro advertised printing volume is 235 by 235 by 250 millimeters, but you can reach the 240 by 240 by 250 millimeters. Both are equipped with DC aluminum heat beds. The Tarantula Pro and the standard Ender3 have glued print surface, while the Ender3 Pro has a magnetic print surface. The Ender3 is a couple of centimeters wider because of the display and power cable hanging on the right side. And the Tarantula Pro is taller, but the print height is the same as the Ender3. Both are equipped with wheels running on metal profiles. The Tarantula Pro uses a 40mm wide profile for the Y-axis, while the Ender3 Pro also uses a 40mm wide profile. The standard Ender3's Y-axis profile is only a 20mm wide one. And for the guys that take full attention to detail while assembling the printers, you will like to know that one of the Z carriages of the Tarantula Pro can be adjusted on the horizontal profile, unlike the Ender3 carriages that are fixed. This allows adjustments and easier alignment with the vertical profiles. The extruder position is also better on the Tarantula Pro. The extruder is assembled away from the lead screw, preventing the filament from touching the greased lead screw, and also makes it easier to upgrade with different extruders such as the double-geared ones. As for the extruder itself, the Tarantula Pro includes the Titan extruder, which is better than the plastic one from the Ender3. Regarding the coupling, the Ender3 is equipped with the rigid model, which is much better than the flex one from the Tarantula Pro. The display on the Ender3 is bigger, but the Tarantula Pro includes the reset button. As for memory card types, the Tarantula Pro uses the standard SD cards, while the Ender3 uses micro SDs. Now, let's talk a little bit about the hot end. The Ender3 uses this hot end that is similar with the Micro Swiss one, and it works very well. To cool the hot end, it uses a 40mm fan, which is always on, and a blower on the side to cool the filament. The Tarantula Pro uses a volcano type hot end. It's a good hot end designed for speed, but it's a bit harder to dial in. To cool the hot end, it uses a 30mm fan that kicks in when the nozzle is hotter than 50 degrees C, and a blower on each side to cool the filament. On both printers, the heat break is a bore 1, which means that the PTFE tube goes all the way down to the nozzle. Now for the electronics. The Ender3 is equipped with a Creality board. This is a very basic board with not much room for extras. The drivers are the Allegro A4988. These are non-replaceable, which means that if you need to replace a faulty one or upgrade with better ones, you need to replace the entire board. The Tarantula Pro is equipped with a MKS Gen L board and with replaceable Allegro A4988 drivers. This board allows easy replacement of the drivers either to replace a faulty one or to upgrade with better ones. It also includes all the connections necessary for the installation of a BL Touch sensor. Tevo sells the leveling kit, but you can also make the cable and connect it using the connector on the back side. The carriage also includes the area dedicated for the BL Touch sensor, making the installation very easy. On the Ender 3, it's also possible to add a BL Touch sensor, but you need to print a support for the sensor. As for the connection, the board does not allow a direct connection, so you need to connect a wire to one of the flat cables or buy a module to allow the servo pin to be connected. As for the electrical connections, Tevo uses terminals and ferrules on all the wires, while Creality uses tinned wires instead. The Tarantula Pro comes with bootloader pre-installed, which makes the installation of new firmware versions fast and easy. And the stock firmware has the thermal protection enabled, which is very important to have. This thermal protection does not come enabled from stock on the Ender 3. And if you need to install a new firmware version, you need to install a bootloader first, and for that you need to get an Arduino and connect it to the ICSP pins. The Ender 3 firmware does have the print resume feature, which can be very handy if the power fails. The Tarantula firmware does not have this feature. The Ender 3 and the Ender 3 Pro have different power supply models. The Ender 3 Pro comes equipped with a better quality power supply than the standard Ender 3, but both are on the 15 amp output mark. The Tarantula Pro power supply, however, is only an 8.5 amp model. Both printers print very good out of the box, and there are upgrades available for both as well. On the Tarantula Pro, you can replace the drivers with TMCs, which will eliminate the salmon skin effect on the prints and reduce the noise. Since the Tarantula Pro does not include a fan for the board, you also need to buy a fan to cool the new drivers. You can also upgrade the Ender 3 with TMC drivers, but you need to replace the entire board. There are several easy plug-and-play solutions on the market, such as the Creality Silent Board, the FISEC Cheetah, or the SKR Mini E3. The Ender 3 is currently being sold at around $200 US. The Ender 3 Pro is currently being sold at around $229 US. And the Tarantula Pro is currently being sold at around $199 US. We filmed the unboxing, detailed assembly, and first prints of all these printers, so if you want to see any of those videos, check below for the links. And that's it, you guys. If you have any question, let us know in the comment section below. And if you like our work and wish to help the channel, check the video description on how you can help. If you are not a subscriber, click on subscribe and follow us here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We will see you guys next time. Bye!